Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Chump Talk. This is our DiSabs Dimes episode, coming off a massive week in football, specifically the Sunday night and Monday game. We'll get into that. But Christian DiSabantino, Tyler Sagan, thanks again for joining us. What's going on, fellas?
Pleasure to be here.
Gentlemen.
Oh, jeez.
The snowball.
You stuck that mic down your throat to yell that.
Yeah, it's like he's been used to doing that.
Glad we could finally record today. I've been waiting for some people to get this episode started. So
yeah, DiSabs power goes out in Oakville right before we're about to record. So that's great. We'll just have to, I guess, miss first pitch of the Jays game. But that's what we do for you listeners. We grind even when we're going to be missing a very, very important baseball game. Let's start the show, like always, talking about the past week in betting for you guys, the DiSabs Dimes boys. Give us a quick breakdown on the week. Give us the units. How did we do? What went poorly? What went good? Let's go.
Segs, you want to go or me?
Oh, you take it. I did last week.
All right. So I think we started off the 1:00 games. Pretty decent, actually. What were I can't remember the exact score or record, but I know we had the Giants both games. We had Buffalo first half. So those all went well. And I think it kind of fell apart in the 4:00 games where the Rams and Tampa, we had Tampa in the under and obviously went Rams in the over. It was looking pretty good. And then the third quarter, there was like 30,000 points scored. So that wasn't great. And then we went into the Sunday night game, I think down 2 or 3 units. Had Green Bay back-to-back first half and full game. They came through with the clutch dub. And one of my friends actually had a massive parlay. Baltimore, Arizona, and Green Bay. He had 1,000 to win 3,800. And
That's insane.
And 2 of those games were game-winning field goals.
Yes, 2 of those games were game-winning field goals. But he did, however, cash out a little bit after the
Come on.
Yeah, so it ended up being
put his name out here. Expose this guy. Put his name.
I can't put any names on the podcast, but yeah, he ended up.
But you know the cash out amount?
Netting like $1,600. So not a bad day at the office.
No, but what could have it been?
Yeah, and then Monday night we had Dallas -3.5 for 2 units and Dallas -6.5 as an alternate spread. So that was. Listen, that game, I don't know why the spread was that low. I honestly thought that was disrespectful. So
Boys, we exposed them Monday night. We were buzzing Monday night.
Oh, dude, the group chat, our 4 group, like the 4 of us. Oh, man, we just couldn't miss a bet.
No.
So what were you on the week and what are you in the year right now?
We went plus 1.65 units for the week.
Mm-hmm.
And for the year, we're sitting at a merely 0.85 positive. So still, we're treading above water, but as the model gets more data, it becomes more accurate. So
all right. Well, just keep nailing out those positive weeks, and one of those ones we're just gonna bang a big one. And
I think we'll have a 9-1 week coming up.
I could see that, and we're gonna want to anybody listening out there is gonna want to be on board for that 9-1 week. So this podcast is sponsored by DiSabs Dimes, the football handicappers that use data analytics and have been profitable every season since inception. Sign up for their season package at DiSabsDimes.com. You make the money. They make the plays. That's DiSabs Dimes, DiSabsDimes.com. What's wrong? DiSabs?
Yeah, this guy, it's not singular. All right, it's not DiSabs Dimes, it's DiSabs Dimes. How long have we known you?
DiSabs Dimes. We've met once. There's the season package you can still get. It drops every week, but there's also a monthly and a weekly. I've suggested this to other people. If you're new to it and you're not sure what this is all about, just sign up for the $15 weekly pass. Is that still the price? Am I right there?
Yep.
Yeah, sign up for that weekly pass. You can see what it's about. Boom, maybe you hit that 9-1 week and you cash out. You never gamble again. If you gamble and you go 9-1 and you're in your first week,
you're gambling again.
First, I feel like you're just addicted right away then. But also, if you could just be done after that and say I gambled one Sunday in my life, went 9-1. Made a G out of here.
Yeah, maybe if you have $50,000 units, you can retire.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Poolsy and I had some deep chats after Monday night. It was Monday night was should we just start there? Monday night was great for all of us. It was I think one of the only times being in a group chat, like a gambling kind of group chat or football or fantasy, where like there's been lots of times where somebody's like having a great day and somebody's not. All 4 of us everything was cashing.
Yeah, it didn't matter what we touched.
We weren't even so we all did the dimes plays that came out, the 3.5 and the 6.5, but we all kind of had our own after that. And the only one I know for Poolsy and I, the only one that didn't hit was we took two then. We took Schultze for 4th touchdown of the game just because he was kind of buzzing out there, tight end. And we took Tony Pollard to score anytime touchdown. Those are the only 2 we didn't hit. We had
those
the
are
Eagles.
Just low ones too.
Yeah, we had the Eagles over. We had the game over. We had the 3.5 spread. We had the 6.5 spread. Just a great night. What did tell us your guys' experience from that night? Because I know we were all texting, but what was like? Give me the setting. Like, Segs, were you just sitting up by yourself on the couch, just going wild, or what's going on?
No, so I actually went to a bar on Monday.
Really?
Because I have a friend. Yeah, okay, that sounds a little more crazy than it is. This is a good friend of mine's an Eagles fan, so I was like, "Do you want to go watch the first half? Just the first half at a bar."
Mm-hmm.
So went there. First of all, show up, and I think it was a Krabby Joe's. It was a Krabby Joe's, and they have like sweet TVs, like those, like, you know when they put like a game on like 4 TVs, like makes one big screen.
Yeah.
Anyway, they have 2 of those, and the sound and the main TV is the Leafs preseason game.
Oh.
And I'm like, man. And like Krabby's has a thing where it's like $4 beers for a Leaf game, so they have to put it on.
Right.
And I'm like, is there any way we could get Monday Night Football? And the waitress is like, that guy over there wants the Leaf game, so we have to keep it on. And like, are you kidding me? Anyway, he left. We got it on. But I didn't have too many bets that night. I took both overs, first half, full game, obviously our spreads, and I think that was it. I didn't do any player props, to be honest.
That's not like you. I guess Darren Waller wasn't playing, so
I don't know. I don't really know like the Eagles that well, and I wanted to take Zeke. I almost nuked Zeke's over live in the second half at 97. He got 96, so I'm glad I didn't take that.
Wow.
Zeke scares me for betting. I don't know. It like this was obviously his best game of the season, but he just scares me for betting.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Monday was electric.
DiSabs, as the Cowboys fan on the pod, I seriously don't know what team you cheer for. I feel like you have a different jersey on in every snap that you send us. Like, he's got a CFL one, he's got a Buccaneers, he got a Cowboys, he's got Patriots. Is there more? Yeah, he's got the ref. He's got the ref.
Jets.
Jets? You have a Jets jersey?
Yeah, my brother's a Jets fan.
Oh, jeez.
And then I have a Drew Brees jersey, I think.
What were your thoughts on that game? What other bets did you have out that you didn't tell us about?
No, it was just the same ones that I don't do really player props, but I was just the spread and the overs, and I did hedge a little bit in the half, and I did get rid of some. Yeah, listen, I did. I honestly thought Philly would make it a bit of a game, but they suck.
Were you just devastated when the pick 6 happened?
No, I was happy because I still needed the over.
Oh,
Yeah.
But,
It's so fun cheering for points.
I know. Betting, life's too short to bet the under. So
Yeah.
And it just betting takes it watching a game to a whole nother level because there's so many things you're cheering for aside from the actual game. Like, it's kind of weird watching the Dolphins games when I don't bet on it because I'm like have a rooting interest for a team, but I'm like, okay, like I'm trying to watch for other things, like, oh, how many yards is he at, or how many points do I need? I'm like, whoa, I'm just cheering for a team to win a game the good old fashioned way.
yeah, if you ever go to like Vegas and like you gamble like with like the quote unquote pros or sharps, you don't know, like when they watch a game, you don't know what team or what side they're on because their emotions are so in check. They're like a statue.
Yeah.
It's like there'd be a pick 6, they won't even smile or like get pissed. It's like, what is this guy betting? Like they're just so like it's like it's their job, right?
And he probably like has $500,000 down on that game.
Yeah, maybe not 500, but it's at least a few hundred to 1,000 per game, and it's just like straight faced.
Yeah. Ugh. Not for me.
No.
High stakes gambling, I would lose my mind.
Ribs, you're the most emotional gambler we know.
Yeah.
Like ever.
Yep. No,
Everyone thinks this team's going to win. Well, I think that team's going to win.
that's not quite how it goes.
I'll bet you. I'll bet you right now.
Yeah, well, you know what? We can move on to our other game that I'm competitive in and want to win. I'm 2-2. We pick the spread. We pick 2 games each week. Updated standings. We have 3-1. Is that Segs?
Yeah, I'll go through the standings right here.
Yeah, you got it.
Woolsey's got the booklet.
I got
Woolsey. I just called him Woolsey.
Woolsey, let's go.
Woolsey. We got DiSabs in first right now at 3-1. Segs and Gerbs 2-2. Poolsy 1-3 at the bottom. But,
Nice.
I'll be 500 going in the next week, so I'm not too worried.
And who goes first
yeah,
here?
the draft order for today is Gerbs, Segs, me, DiSabs, Snake. Let's go.
All right.
Herbs, like I know you're happy and all, but you lost.
Yeah, we did lose, but I have to be excited because I'm not going to be drafting first too many times this year, and I've accepted that. So when it happens, I'm going to be excited about it, and I'm going to hit the absolute lock of the week. I shouldn't say that because I haven't got confirmed from DiSabs Dimes if it is the lock of the week, but in my mind, it's the lock of the week. Tampa Bay Buccaneers cover spread. It was 6.5 yesterday. It's 7 right now. It could be 10, and I'd still be hammering the Bucs. I think this game's going to be a landslide. Tom Brady's going to put up a 50 burger. He might put up a 50 burger, and I think the Patriots maybe score 20. It's going to be a high scoring goal. If that works, hammer the over, folks. But Tampa Bay Buccaneers +7 lock done.
It's the other way. It's -7.
-7.
-7 lock.
I don't even know what he's betting.
I know what I'm betting. I said the wrong word. Let's go. Move on.
All right, Segs.
Me? All right. Whoops. I'm going to lock in. I don't even think there's a spread at the moment. I think it's a pick 'em. I'll confirm that, but I'm taking Baltimore.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it is a pick 'em.
It's a pick 'em now, right?
So it's just the money line Baltimore?
Yeah, pretty much. So Baltimore to win. It's kind of easy.
Yeah. So is it possible your mic came unplugged at some point?
Yeah, why?
Okay. Well,
You sound like shit.
You
No,
can't
it's
hear
not
me?
that bad.
well, I can hear you. It's just okay. I
Sound
was
like
just curious.
shit is what he's saying.
It's no snowball, that's for sure.
It's no
Can you hear
snowball.
me?
Yeah, we've heard you the whole time. That's just I was wondering if your snowball's plugged in, but we'll move on.
Oh,
DiSabs?
it just plugged in.
There you go. There you go. You sound
Isn't
great.
it? It's Poolsy, isn't it?
Yes, Poolsy.
Yeah, it's me. It's me. And with my pick, I'm going with the Chiefs here. They're in Philly this week, but 1-2, they're last place in that division. They're out to prove something. So I think that's going to be a landslide of a win too.
What's the spread?
-7.
Okay.
That's
All right. So I've got 4 plays that I'm looking at here, and I got to pick 2 of them. And this is going to be a very unpopular pick. I'm going Giants +7.5 against the Saints.
Wow. Yeah. No, I wouldn't pick that. So you're right. Unpopular.
And Brady, I know you wouldn't pick this. Give me the Dolphins -1.5.
Whoa. Give me your reasoning behind that. I love it.
I just think the Colts are dookie shit.
Yeah, I don't think the Colts are great either, but I told you guys before we started recording, anytime the Dolphins are favored, it scares me a little bit.
Well, if Tua's not playing, I'm betting them because I think Brissett looked good.
He didn't look good, but he got the job done. Anyways, back to who are we at? Poolsy?
It's back to me. Yep. I'm gonna go with Washington this week. They're in Atlanta. I feel like Washington is a better team than what the record potentially is. So, I mean, it's.
Were they
pretty close to them.
-1.5?
They're -1.5. So it's. I think Washington will win that game, and I'm just hoping it's by more than 1 point. So
Yep, I
I'm
like
going
that pick.
Washington.
Yeah,
I like that pick.
Atlanta's gonna be the Carolina this year. They're gonna cover every game.
What, they going to win by 1?
Don't say that.
Yeah. No, I like that pick too. Is it me?
Yep. Second last pick.
Oh, I'm between 2 here, but I love this one. I think it's really low. I'm gonna go Titans -7 against.
Damn it.
Jets. Yeah.
I
That
had
seems
her-
like a low line. I don't know. I'm pretty shocked by that. That could
No,
be a.
It was
kablamo.
7.5.
I'm looking at it at 7.
Yeah.
No,
it
I'm
is
saying it was 7.5 earlier this
Oh.
week, so something's going on there.
I thought about taking that one.
I was about to hammer that one. I was very excited to have it. Congratulations, Segs. I think you
Yeah.
got a walk.
I think I'm gonna throw that in a parlay.
Okay, so you're good, Segs?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, so there's two games I'm looking at, and I'm gonna go with I
Well,
I've
which one
kind
are
of
you
been-
not going to take that you're looking at?
Yeah.
the one I'm not gonna take. I think Green Bay -6.5 is pretty nice. That's the one I'm not gonna take though.
Okay.
The one I am gonna take is the Rams minus
had that one
4.5
circled.
against the Cardinals. I think the Rams are an elite team. Cardinals are 3-0, correct? I think. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
They
No,
are-
2 no, are they?
No, they're 3-0.
Cardinals
they
are
are.
3-0, but yeah, they are for sure.
Mhm.
For sure. I'm
Yeah,
looking
for
now.
sure.
The Cardinals are 3-0, but I don't think they're actually a 3-0 team as far as like I don't think they can run the table and win a Super Bowl. I think they are a good team, but I think the Rams are just really good. And Cooper Cup, man, I can't get enough of watching Stafford and Cooper Cup go to work. Mostly because that makes up a lot of my fantasy teams. I have Stafford in 2 and Cup in 2, so it's nice to watch that tandem. And then their defense is sick too, and they just seem to get the job. Like it doesn't really seem like there's a weak point in that team. Maybe if somebody's watched more than me. Running back, yeah, Sonny Mitchell. Is that his name?
And
Michael?
Sanderson.
Sony Michael? Sony?
Michelle.
Eh, eh.
And Henderson.
Tony
or whatever his
Michael.
nuts is.
Yeah, Henderson's not that good either. But I think the Rams are a really good team. Rams minus 4.5. I like it.
Sweet.
We'll see.
Boom.
There's going to be some separation at some point in our little thing, and then it's gonna get heated because we got a nice little case of beer on the line for the loser, right?
Yeah, the loser has to bring it to the part of the watching and just provide it.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
playoff. And
I think we should make it like the most expensive beer, like Tall Boys or Coronas.
yeah.
I think loser's pick. I'm
What,
winning
2-4 of
3-0, right?
Busch
The odds are
Light.
against me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy for you to say.
As
Pool.
Poolsy's drinking a Pabs.
Oh, what do you guys want to get into next? I think is it stat of the week time? I'm excited about stat of the week.
Or power rankings too. We got a couple things ahead.
Yeah, we got power rankings and stat of the week. What do you guys want to go with first?
Stat of the week.
Stat
Out
of the week. Let's go. Who wants to go first? I can go if nobody's ready.
You
I can
go.
go.
You go.
Oh,
Tags,
I
give
kind
it.
of have 2. I have like 1.5 stats because I think my one's kind of weird, but I think it's funny.
Okay.
So last week was the second time ever a ref has thrown a flag that hit a ball.
Really?
what the frig?
What
Yeah.
game did that happen?
Yeah, and I didn't even hear of it. I saw this today. Carolina, no, not Carolina. Jacksonville versus the Cardinals.
Mhm.
Punt. As the guy went to catch it, ref threw a flag, hit the ball, hit the guy. Jacksonville recovered.
Really?
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it's the
That's
second
crazy.
time ever. It was like I think John Elway back whenever he played. But yeah,
Back in like what, the 20s?
yeah. Anyway, that could be unofficial, but I just it's pretty crazy.
That
What's
is
the ref doing? Like, DSAB, you're a ref. Like, should flags like how do you?
Is
You're
that the
supposed to
thing?
throw the flag where the penalty occurred.
Or don't they do a thing where they drop something where he caught the ball? Like
Yeah,
on a-
so you drop a little beanbag where they catch the ball, but you throw the flag where the penalty happened.
Interesting.
Like the penalty happened right pretty much in front of them. Like it
Oh,
was
so
like
he was trying to throw it over. I'm just looking at it now, actually. He's trying to throw it over the player's head.
but the
That's
ball
kinda
I don't know. I think that's a mess up on the ref's part. Anyway,
Sure. And DSAB, what's the point of the beanbag? Why, if he's going to catch it and try to return it, why do they care where he got it from?
Because you always assess penalties where they catch it. So if he catches the ball at the 30 and there's like a blindside block or a block from behind, they go 10 back from where he caught it.
Interesting.
I'm
Maybe
pretty
we should-
sure.
Maybe we should do a ref's corner every episode where we ask DSAB refing questions.
yeah, we should. Like, what was this penalty?
Yeah, that might be. It's like on the broadcast when they go to the ex ref, they're like, Jim, what did you see on this play? What is this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
20 years, DSAB's gonna be in that seat.
Oh, for sure, and he'll be loving it, drinking a Corona, just
Yeah.
like,
Dude, I'll be 44. I'll be fucking repping the Super Bowl.
As
I'll go to-
his seventh career Super Bowl.
yeah. I'll go to my stat of the week. I enjoy this one. I have 2. I'm gonna skip over the one kind of, but Justin Tucker, 66-yard field goal. We all saw it. It hit the bottom bar, bounced up, game winning against Detroit. Won a lot of people a lot of money because the Ravens were in a lot of parlays. Money line, I'd assume, and they ended up winning. What did they win? 18-17 or 19-17? Doesn't matter. 66-yard field goal. That was more total yards than the Bears offense had all game.
That's bad.
Who'd the Bears play this weekend?
Oh my gosh.
The Browns, I think.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool.
That has more to do with the Bears offense than the Browns defense, I'd say. But the Bears totaled 47 total yards of offense in the game. Justin Tucker kicked a 66-yarder.
Yeah,
So
that is
one kick of the leg is more yards than the Browns gained all day. Here's my other one quickly. Cooper Kupp, first player in Rams history with 5+ TD catches in the first 3 games.
Phenomenal player.
He's playing out of his mind.
Yep, he sure is.
Poolsy, let's hear your style of the week.
Yeah, so mine kind of goes into that. So no surprise here. Cooper Kupp has the most wide receiver fantasy points this year. Who do you guys think is number 2
For receiver?
for fantasy points for wide receivers?
I should know
It's
this.
a guy I never would have thought of.
I'm gonna
Don't
go
give
Brandon Cooks.
Don't give the answer. Don't give the answer. Let me try to think about this.
It's from the AFC.
3, 2,
AFC.
1.
Oh,
Don't know.
was I supposed to say it there?
I ran out of time.
Guesses. All right. Mike Williams.
Oh shit!
Mike Williams.
Never
team
would
is
have
he on?
guessed that.
Is he on the Chargers?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, never would have guessed that. So
The
I
touchdown
kind
machine.
of got 2 little stats because they're nothing too crazy. But Zach Wilson is the only starting quarterback to have a QBR lower than his completion percentage.
Tough.
That's,
Tough look.
tough times.
The
in New
Jets being bad, death, and taxes. The only things
Mhm.
guaranteed.
Yep. I have a confession to make. Or DSAB, give your stat of the week first, then I'll give my confession.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I had trouble finding anything crazy this week, so my stats boring. But first time in NFL history that 2 kickers made 50+ game-winning field goals as time expired. Do you know what games those were in?
Green Bay and Baltimore.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Green Bay was 51, right? I almost took longest field goal under 47.5 for that game.
Boys.
Not on that day. A 68-yarder was attempted in the Cardinals game.
And they ran it back. They
And
ran
it cost
it back.
them 7, yeah.
That
There's
looked
another
like
stat.
for a hot minute I thought I was watching a CFL game.
Yeah.
Or Auburn, Alabama.
I forget
Yeah.
that guy's name that ran it back. It doesn't matter, but it was a 109-yard kick return,
Yeah.
which is tied with 2 other people for the longest play in NFL history, but you can't get any longer than that. Like, that's the longest possible play.
Did you have like your heels on the line?
Yeah, well, I think 110-yard, like if you're at 110, you're out of bounds.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, could your heels not be like just by the line and make it 110?
Yeah,
That's
well,
not
that,
110.
yeah, ref's corner. There you go.
Like
Sid.
109.5. I feel like you could have a longer one.
Well, we could go review the tape and try to judge whose heel was closest to the white line. I think Devin Hester was one of them, and Cordell, however you say his name, Patterson. I think he was the other. And now this random guy in Jacksonville. But you guys want to hear my confession now? And I'm not proud to say it, but I feel like I owe it to you guys to say.
All right, here we go.
You
Let's
took
hear it.
Vegas in overtime.
No. I wouldn't go that far. But this season I have came to the full realization, and I still believe in Tua. I do. But the Dolphins, I will fully admit, made a mistake not drafting Justin Herbert over Tua. I didn't want to admit it all last year. I knew it could come to this. I'm getting teary-eyed just thinking about it, but Justin Herbert is the superior option over Tua.
Could have told you that last year.
Yeah, no, you did. And I disagreed, but I'm okay with disagreeing with that because I support my boys. I still support Tua. I wish he was healthy, but Justin Herbert is the superior option.
I appreciate that confession, but I don't think that's like they wouldn't have known Herbert was going to be who Herbert was.
No,
That's like the Bears saying we should have drafted Mahomes now. Like,
but I do remember. Yeah, well, yeah. Then there's always going to be like on burner account Twitter. I'm always seeing people chirp like, "Oh, you could have had Herbert." There's every team in that draft could have had Mahomes. Didn't he go like 31st or 32nd to Kansas City?
No, he was like 11th or 10th, I
Yeah.
think.
still later though. Like, you
I
look
think
at
there
the
were.
teams-
I think I read something. He was like the 5th or 6th quarterback drafted that year.
Yeah. I could see if like Miami had Herbert and Tua on their team and they traded Herbert, then you could like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, Tua sucks.
No, he doesn't suck.
He's just a Band-Aid, man. That's
He's
what I've been
injury
saying.
prone. He's injury prone.
Like
He's definitely injury prone.
and that sucks, but like once you start going down that path as a player, there's really because it happens more often. The recovery's longer. Like,
yeah,
it's just, I don't know.
It's tough. Jacoby Brissett battled. You guys got that Dolphins game. I mean, we can get into a little portion of the show where we talk about our team's games for the week. Jacoby Brissett was hilarious. I don't know if you guys watched the Dolphins. They converted on 2 4th downs that would have finished the game. One was 4th and 22. The other one was 4th and 17. And they would have the game would have been over if they didn't convert those, and they converted on them. And then the last
Tua converts those?
I don't know. It's tough to say.
No.
I think Tua is better than Jacoby Brissett still. He's just injury prone. He's injury prone. Your guys' game though, DiSabs. Let's hear about the Patriots.
Honestly, I was that okay. So funny story. Wake up Sunday. Sunday is probably at noon, 11:30, 12. And I'm on my phone. Nothing's loading, and I'm starting to panic. I'm like, what's going on? So I go, Dad, like, what's going on here? Is your phone working? The Wi-Fi? He goes, oh, the people outside cut the line by accident. We have no cable, phone, or internet. And then all of a sudden, I go into freaking like survival mode. I'm like, oh my God, I got to text everyone I know here in Oakville to find out where I can watch Red Zone. And it turns out a couple of buddies I went to high school with. They meet at this guy's house to watch Red Zone every week. So I'm like, all right, sick. Like, I'm coming. So I brought my own laptop just so I could put Daz in on the Patriots game. But it was, from what I watched, I don't know, it was a boring game. 3 interceptions. I mean, they weren't all Mac's fault, but it was just an ugly game. And
is that why you weren't replying to messages in the group? Because you went ghost mode when the Patriots were at their lowest point.
Well, that, and I was also slugging back some Coronas with the guys. Like, I just wasn't really like paying attention.
Well, I think you should be held accountable before, because when one of our teams is doing bad, you were the first one to hop in the group and just start asking questions, start ripping our team. So when the Patriots are doing bad, which is going to happen, hate to break it to you, at least 10 more times this year, when we hop in there and start chirping you, I expect you to reply with something.
Okay, well, like I was telling Segs today, like the score, okay, I don't know what the score was, like 28-16.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you guys saw one of the pick six. Did you guys see the pick six that he threw?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He threw the ball to Jonnu Smith, who pretty much lateraled it. Like, it was in his hands, and he threw it to the Saints player. It was the most – you got to, like, look this up. He literally lateraled it to him, and that was 7 points. Otherwise, the game ends 21-6. Like, it was a closer game than the score shows, but we just don't have what it takes on offense right now.
All right.
So, offensively, we're not that great. Defense, we're okay. We're going to get lit up this week.
Yeah, that is true.
I would agree with that.
And we'll save the 3-0 team till last year. So Segs, your Cleveland Browns, bit of a sleeper of a game. It was never close.
Yeah, well, it was kind of close. We couldn't really get the offense going to start the game.
True.
Which scared me a little bit. But I don't know, Chicago Myles Garrett had 4.5 sacks.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Fields couldn't do anything. I think by the third quarter, he had -1 passing yards.
Yeah, so you watched that game closer than any of us, obviously, because you're probably dialed into the Browns. Did he look actually horrible the whole game, or was he just getting no help from offensive line?
He just wasn't getting it. He had no time. I mean, Granted, you got Myles Garrett, you got Clowney coming at you from both sides, so not an easy D line to protect against, but. Yeah, he had no time. Like, I couldn't give you a proper scouting report on him because he was just scrambling.
Did you hear Matt Nagy say that all 3 quarterbacks are in consideration for next week? And I didn't even remember they still have Nick Foles.
Yeah, I forgot that too.
Big Dick Nick Foles and Justin Fields and Andy Dalton are all in consideration for next week. It's got to be a tough time to be a Bears fan.
Andy Dalton looked like a model on the sideline, though.
Is he the best looking ginger to ever walk the earth?
I think he's up there, especially
male.
For how athletic he is. And
say male.
He makes $10 million a year. He's pretty good looking.
Yeah, he's doing all right. I don't think Andy Dalton gets the credit he deserves off the field.
He doesn't. He doesn't. But yeah, Browns 2-1. Moving on. Got to check who we play next year. Next year.
Looking to next year already.
Yeah, it's over. Give us the ring.
Oh, all right, Poolsy. 3-0 Panthers. Lose your best player.
3-0, baby. Yeah, I mean, Thursday night football against the Texans, bit of a sleeper, but a lot of good things. Though Sam Darnold, another game over 300 yards. He had 2 rushing TDs, actually. Wish I would have put some money on that or something.
81-1.
Yeah, and unfortunately, McCaffrey is out
Oh,
for
yeah.
minimum. But Chuba came in because this happened early on in the game. Chuba rushed 11 times for an average of 4.7. So
I
I'm
picked
hoping
him
that
up.
yeah, I'm like, obviously it sucks that McCaffrey's down, but I'm excited to see what Chuba's going to get as a full-time running back. And but this week it'll be tough against the Cowboys. They could have easily beat not easily, but they almost beat the Buccaneers week 1. So they're close to being a 3-0 team as well. So little worried for the Cowboys this week, but I do think it'll be a close game. I feel like the Panthers are just one of those teams that whether they win or lose, it's going to be relatively close. So
Yep.
I
They'll
believe
cover, aka
I
they'll
believe
cover.
they're in Dallas. Yeah. I believe they're in Dallas this week too. So
You're right. You're right there. Yeah. So
looking at it with like a realistic mindset, the boys are in favor for a reason this week, but I'm just happy with this season so far. I mean, 3-0, can't complain with that.
that's a good way to look at it, Pools. Yeah, I like that. Not
And
too
big
high,
trade too.
not too low.
Dan Arnold, the tight end, traded.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. Dan Arnold. Man,
I like it though. CJ Henderson, don't know anything about him. All I know is last year in the 2020 draft, he was a top 10 pick.
Did they acquire Dan Arnold or did they trade Dan
No, they
Arnold?
traded Dan Arnold.
Nobody named Dan Arnold should even be in the NFL, I don't think.
I think that had to do with some of the NFL commentators getting annoyed because it was like
Dan
Sam Darnold to Dan Arnold.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so looking ahead to this week, as Poolsy said, the Panthers are in Dallas. Miami is at home to Indianapolis. As DiSabs has talked about, that's going to be crazy. Patriots are at home to the Buccaneers. And the Cleveland Browns hit the road to go to Minnesota. So
I think the Browns, this has nothing to do with DSAB Nines. I think that's going to be a shootout.
Me too.
I think the over-under is at like 52. I think you could take an alternate at like 70.
Kirk Cousins deserves a little bit of credit for what he's doing this year.
A little bit. The Minnesota's always just so like underrated.
Mediocre.
I feel like, yeah, well, mediocre. But I feel like all their games are exciting. Like I bet you if you only watch the Vikings, it would always be an exciting game.
Well, they should have beat Arizona.
And they did beat Seattle. Like those are 2 pretty good teams.
No, Seattle's garbage.
I don't think Seattle's garbage.
Spread it, that one's -2, right? For the Browns?
Yeah. I'd still probably hammer the Browns there, I think.
I don't know. Honestly,
I could see that being a close game.
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to be a shootout. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think whoever has the ball last wins.
And Kirk Cousins is he's 4th in the NFL in passing touchdowns and 5th in the NFL in passing yards this year. Sorry, 6.
Are they? Yeah, they're definitely the best 0-3 team.
They're not 0-3.
They're 1-2.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
I forgot.
Getting into records, this is a new segment thought about today. We just want to get a little help me out here. What am I trying to say? Our power rankings, get a little
update on the season.
Yeah, update on what we're feeling.
Power rankings.
Yes, thank you.
Who we think them boys are.
Quarter of the way.
Yeah.
Super Bowl contenders.
Yep. Who's fake, who's real type of shit.
Yeah. The elite, the poor, and the New York teams.
Yeah, I like it.
You definitely stole that.
How do you guys how do you guys want to do this? Do you want to go one at a time, or do you kind of want to all give our 5 and then, or like everyone give their 5, everyone give their 4? Do you want to do it that way?
Let's go low to high.
Okay, but like
all at the same time.
Okay.
Like not at the same time, but like
around.
Yeah. All right, 1, 2.
Are we like going around in a circle?
Yeah,
yeah.
in a circle.
Right.
I don't know what.
Same as the draft order.
Okay, so I'll do my 5 first and give a bit of dialogue. At 5, I have the Buffalo Bills. I think they could be higher, could be lower. It's kind of they've kind of like they had the one kind of shit. They're 2-1. They had the one kind of shittier game this year, and Josh Allen's been not the Josh Allen we saw last year, except he was this week against the Washington football team, who has a good defense, and they kind of exposed them a little bit. I think the Bills are a really good team. I don't see them winning the Super Bowl. Like I don't see them matching up against the Chiefs in a later playoff game and winning that game.
Are you foreshadowing some lower rankings? Is that what I'm hearing?
Possibly, but yeah, I'll leave it at that. I got the 2-1 Buffalo Bills. They're currently 9th in the league. I'm just looking at the overall standings. They're 9th in the league at 2-1, but I do have them as the 5th best team in the NFL.
Okay. I also have the Buffalo Bills at number 5.
Like it.
I think a bit of a slow start for their season, but I feel like after this last week, shout out Josh Allen, my fantasy quarterback, putting up almost 50. That was massive. So yeah, I think they're going to start chugging along. They got that mojo, that juju, that spunk.
Yeah, spunk. Good one.
Spunk. And yeah, I think they'll be contenders I can see them in the AFC Championship.
That's swagger. You could have said that swagger.
Swagger, yeah. They definitely have that swagger.
Yeah.
Boom.
Poolsy, who do you got at 5?
I've got Arizona at 5. Obviously at 3-0. They're off to a great start this year. A couple impressive wins too against Tennessee. They got lucky with that win against the Vikings when they missed that field goal there.
Yep.
But yeah, just obviously Kyler Murray's an absolute stud this year so far, and defensively they've been all right too. Well, yeah, under 20 points in 2 of the games. So defensively they've been good. They have a huge test coming up this week against the Rams. And their schedule is actually pretty tough going forward here. 49ers, Browns, Texans will be easier. Then Packers, 49ers again. So the schedule gets tough for Arizona here. So we'll see how long they stay in the top 5 there. But I definitely think they're capable of winning some of those games.
All right. At number 5, this is probably one of the hottest takes. I got the Chiefs, and I know they're 1-2, but I'm not
power rankings.
Yeah, and I think that the Chiefs would beat 26 other teams straight up if they played them right now. So I know that they're getting cooked on defense, but it's still the best player in the league in Mahomes.
You think it's controversial that you have them that high?
Yeah, like they shouldn't even be in the top 5.
Whoa. I completely disagree.
It's not overall teams, like in general. It's power rankings, like how they performed this year after 3 weeks.
No,
that's what power rankings.
I'm going right now.
Then we're not doing power rankings. We're just doing who we think are the best teams. We're just doing
power rankings.
Power rankings.
Power rankings is how they've done so far.
No, power rankings.
Like recently.
Teams.
No.
Yeah.
Woolsey, you're wrong. You look at what.
So Poolsy's got the Panthers at number 1.
No, the Panthers aren't in my top 5.
Well, they're
3-0.
Well, then they should be based on what you're saying.
Okay, they played 2 shitty teams.
Oh my!
No. The power rankings have never. You would never do power rankings.
Yeah, it's after recent play. That's what it is.
Yeah, after recent, you can look at how they've played, and are you like, okay, so a team like who's a team that's 0-3? Let me look.
I'm looking at how the Chiefs have performed this year, and you can't tell me they've performed well.
Maybe not, but I'd still take them to beat 26 other teams.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. Sure, I would too, but I'm not going to rank them in my top 5 when they're last place.
But you just said that they're going to beat
26. Gosh, I debated putting them 1.
Okay, let's say week 10. Are the Chiefs probably my top 10? Yeah, or my top 5? Yes, but
then they should
week 3.
be.
Why would I put them in my top 5 when they're 1-2?
Because you still think they're going to beat all these teams.
Yeah, you still think they're Super Bowl contenders.
Yes, but I'm talking about how they've been doing this season so far.
Yeah, but power rankings are
go for a walk.
Looking towards what they could win.
I'll go for a walk and I won't come back.
Poolsy's got Panthers, Denver.
Denver number 1, Panthers number 2.
Bengals are 2-1. They're
Raiders
6
number 3. All the 3-0 teams are my top 5.
Idiots. You do see what we're saying though, right, Poolsy?
No, and I don't, to be honest. But we'll just move on.
Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah, just keep it going. That's fine.
1 and 2. That's
well, we're wait. So yeah, who's up here? We're going in a snake.
Back to you. We're back.
Oh, back to me.
Snaking?
Oh well, it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll go back to me. Yeah, we should.
I'm lost.
If there's ever something to clip out of an episode, it was that right there. That was just full out.
Clearly, we should have done a little more prep for this.
Woolsey. He's gone. on. Okay, at 4 in my power rankings. Yet to be determined what power rankings might mean. I have the Tennessee Titans as my number 4 team. They're 2-1. They're first in the AFC South. I don't think that matters too much. They had that sleeper, the sleeper of the opening game against the Cardinals. They got crushed 38-13. But then what?
Nothing. I'll comment after.
Okay, well, they got crushed that game. They suck. But then, DSAB, you said the Seahawks suck. I don't think they suck at all. I think Russell Wilson's still a top 5 quarterback. They beat them, and then they beat the Colts. Colts, I agree, aren't bad. I think they have a chance to have a legitimate season because I think they realized after that first game, the only way they're going to be successful, and I don't think Ryan Tannehill is an elite quarterback. I know we had this argument a lot last year. They got to feed Derrick Henry almost every play. Like the amount of touches he got in that game when they won 33-30 against the Seahawks, and they were down big. I think at one point they were down 30-15. They gave him the ball a lot, and he's one of the best downfield running backs in the game. Ryan Tannehill can still make the passes, and they got Julio Jones and A.J. Brown as receivers. I don't really know too much about their defense, but I do think that their next 2 weeks they have the Jets and Jags, so they're for sure going to be 4-1. And when you're a 4-1 team, you can look ahead pretty good. They have the Bills, so they get Jets, Jags, and then they have the Bills and Chiefs the next 2 weeks after. So that's going to be the true test. So my power rankings might be different by the time we do this again, but that's just because I'm going to see how they match up against these really good teams. So I have at 4 Tennessee Titans.
So can you just repeat your 5 and 4 so like we can keep up?
Yeah, I have the Buffalo Bills at 5, the Tennessee Titans at 4.
Okay.
All right. Segs.
At my number 4 spot, I've got the Baltimore Ravens.
Wow.
They beat the Kansas City Chiefs in a shootout, which was unexpected. And I know they seem like they're struggling a little bit, obviously just beating Detroit. But I think they're still a really good team. Again, I think they just got to kind of get that mojo, that swagger, that spunk going. And AFC North, keep an eye on it. That's going to be 3 teams in that division are going to be in the playoffs. Hear me now.
Okay.
But yeah, Baltimore.
I hear you. I see you. DSAPs.
So to clarify, what's your 5-4?
Sorry.
Bills, Ravens.
Yeah, Bills, Ravens. When we could, Segs, would you commit to making a graphic about this?
Sure.
Put him on the spot.
I think it's Poolsy if he's participating still.
Oh, yeah, true. Poolsy's turn.
Cleveland.
Hey.
Okay.
DSabs, it's your turn.
Oh.
Poolsy get like this. I like it.
Number 4, I'm going to keep it quick, short, Bills, and for similar reasons that you guys said. I've just got them a little bit higher than the Chiefs just because of the way they've performed so far.
I like that. At number 3, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think one of the best offenses in the league. Obviously, Tom Brady looks like his younger self. We talked about it last week. He's playing better in his 40s than he did in his 20s. I saw some stat, and I didn't really realize how bad the Bucs defense has been this year. It's been horrible, like really, really bad.
Did I send you that?
Maybe you did. Maybe somebody. Maybe that's where I saw it. They've been really bad. So I think if that Bucs defense can pick it up, like they're 2-1 with their defense being, I think, ranked like last in the league. So if that defense picks it up like it can, they could. They're definitely Super Bowl favorites again. They're my number 3. So I got Buffalo 5, Tennessee 4, Tampa Bay 3. Segs.
My 3rd spot, I have the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh.
1 and 2 is irrelevant to me for them because I feel like they could be down 40 in the 4th and they could win they would win 9 out of 10 of games like that.
100%.
What happened against Houston in the playoffs? Remember that a few years ago?
No.
They're down 24-0 and they came back and won.
Just proving my point. Excellent. But yeah, Kansas 3rd. Don't sleep on them, I guess.
Definitely. Agreed. Poolsy.
Buffalo.
All right. So what's your 5-3 right now?
Yeah, 5-3.
I got Arizona at 5, Cleveland 4, Buffalo 3.
Okay. My 3rd team, this might be also a bit controversial. I'm going Green Bay. And I know they had that absolute stinker in the
Yeah.
first week against New Orleans where we were all calling for Rodgers to retire.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they've responded extremely well. And I think going on the road into San Francisco against that defense and just putting, like, they played pretty well and they beat them pretty easily. So right now, I like the Packers where they're at. Their defense has been above average, which is what they need. And then Rodgers and Adams. Did you guys see Adams get drilled that game?
Yeah, that was.
I don't know A, where the flag was, and B, how he was allowed to come back in. Because I'm pretty sure he was unconscious.
Coach's corner.
Did you see the like interview with him after?
No.
His quote was "I'm different," and essentially he just said he got the wind knocked out of him there.
Wow.
Okay, so you get the wind knocked out on a headshot. Okay.
I don't know. I was very surprised to see him back in the game. But hey, the NFL, they're concerned with head injuries. So
yeah. So yeah, Chiefs, Bills, Packers, 5-3.
I like that pick. DiSabs, I had them at 6. I do think I don't think that's a controversial pick, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
At number 2, I have the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs I think they're the second best team in the NFL right now. 1-2 record currently, obviously. I think that only helps the Chiefs to have it. Like last year, you remember, there was never really a doubt, like after week 3, who was going to win that division. They were kind of just floating along and Patty Mahomes just doing his own things. I like the fact that Patty Mahomes has had a little bit of controversy this year, a little bit of adversity. Adversity only makes you greater, and that's what Patty Mahomes is going to do. You see that no-look pass he had, interception? That was ugly. They also just got Flash Gordon. I don't know if Flash Gordon will actually do anything, but cool to see that name out there. Why was he suspended? Was it drug issues again? I feel like that's happened. Weed. Is he on your list, Poolsy? Flash?
Josh Gordon. Yeah, he's already there.
Yeah, he's there. Okay, but you can put a little star because he's back in the league now. Josh Gordon, Kansas City Chiefs number 2. So I got Buffalo 5, Tennessee 4, Tampa Bay 3, Kansas City 2.
All right, I got number 2 spot, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Offense is electric. Tom Brady's their quarterback, but their D looks like shit. So they got to clean that up. But I don't know. It's Tom freaking Brady. So, and they look good. Their D. I mean, I know we keep taking the under, but I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, Tampa Bay. So I got Bills, Ravens, Chiefs, Bucks.
I'm gonna retweet Sags there, as Bucks is my number 2 team in all the words you just said.
Yeah, retweet. Me too.
Okay, yeah, you too. So back to number 1.
I think is our number 1. It's got to be the consensus.
No one's all the same. Okay, let's say it on. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Rams.
Oh,
I got the Rams.
Oh man. Okay. Well, that was fun. That was good. Next week's exciting. Oh, free play of the week. Sorry, we should have got to this earlier. That's on us.
All right. It was sent out. It was sent out yesterday.
True. So people saw. What is it?
It's Buccaneers minus 6.5. It's moved to 7 though. That's why we sent it out yesterday. So I still like it at 7 though.
I love it at 7. Love it.
I mean, potential for a push, but we do have it as a 2-unit play at 6.5.
Let's go.
Keep it 2 units.
Well, if you can't get it at 6.5, that can be your discretion if you want to make it 2 units or 1. But we still like it. I like it at minus 7. I'd say. Yeah. It just potential for a push at that number. So.
Yep.
Hit it now.
Love it, boys. Yeah, great episode. We all had fun.
You got somewhere to go, Gerbs?
No, I just think that.
Hey, why is it so dark in your apartment right now?
Well, when we start, I'm a natural light kind of guy in the basement. So when we started the episode, you could see me easily, right?
Yeah.
That's because the natural light was coming in. I didn't realize that it gets dark before 7:00 now. So I apologize. Do you guys want me to go turn on the light?
You don't have to apologize. Is everything okay over there? Or?
Yeah. No. My power seems to be still good. My power's still working fine in Linwood. Yeah, boys. Let's have a big week.
Jays or Yankees tonight?
You mean
want the Jays? Betting on the Yankees.
You're such a scum.
I hate that. I hate that about you, DiSabs.
I did a special play actually.
Ooh,
Ooh.
we got to talk about one more thing.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Woolsey loves it. He's back. That nice little grin with the beard. I love it. He's happy again.
No, that's what betting does to you,
When you win.
It brings you down and it brings you up.
Yeah.
Woolsey, what is the lock this week?
The lock?
Unofficial lock.
The unofficial.
Like the parlay?
The
Yes.
parlay.
Parlay.
The lock for the parlay.
Mm.
All money lines.
Okay.
Bucks, Titans, Ravens. Put big money on it.
Ooh, and that must be, hey, Poolsy, that must be pretty nice odds because when you put that bet in, the Ravens were, the Broncos were favored to win that game against the Ravens, right?
Yeah, I got him at 2.05.
Look at this guy.
I think the odds are at
He's a shark.
3.5.
Yeah, he's
3.5.
line hunting now.
Oh man,
I think we all need to take that parlay.
I
it needs to be a group parlay.
Okay, and we're not going to talk about dollars or anything, but
No.
is everyone doing the same amount?
I'll do $5. I'm good for 5.
All right.
Yeah, I got a $5 free bet.
Yeah.
True. That's a good time to use it here.
In my experience with Poolsy, when he's feeling something, he's feeling it. So I suggest anybody listening out here,
Well, when we seen that,
scrounge some money.
yeah.
I think that should be a new segment, the Poolsy parlay each week.
Well, I gotta have a
See
good
what record we can do.
I gotta start 1-0 then. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised by the time Sunday came around if the Ravens were then favored.
I don't understand how they're not going to be. Like the Broncos.
Like
It's
I
at
get
home.
how there's reasons for the Broncos, but I don't think the Broncos.
The altitude, I think, is bigger than we all think.
That's the only thing. Yeah, they're playing in the sky.
But Lamar doesn't throw the ball anyway, so
Yeah, that's true.
It hurts your lungs though. It's your breathing.
yeah, he'll get used to it.
Did look up though, because that game's so fishy this week. The last time they played was 2018.
Really?
Which is pretty irrelevant. Like they haven't played in a while, so
Okay.
records head to head, they're 6-6, and I think Baltimore is like 2-4 or something in the playoffs, or maybe that's flipped. But they don't play each other a lot.
True.
So yeah, that's like the unofficial game of the week, I think.
Oh, for sure.
Obviously, Bucks and Pats.
Is that 1
Bucks,
o'clock?
Pats, Ravens, Broncos are the two.
No, that's a 4:00 game. Ooh.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be very emotional Sunday. This Buccaneers, like, you guys don't understand how big of a deal this is for me, and I'm sure for a lot of Patriots fans.
I do get it because that is a lot of championships. Like if the Leafs won that many championships in that short of time, there would be a lot of emotions there.
He's the reason why.
Without the championships in Toronto, I think the only thing Poolsy and we could relate on Matt Sundin returning home to Toronto.
Oh,
that was emotional. I remember that.
Yeah, so just multiply that emotion by a couple because 6 Super Bowls.
For sure.
Is how much are tickets for that game?
You know what? If the border was open,
because I know you looked.
They're they're $270 now. They were $1,400 at the beginning of the season.
Really?
If the borders were open, would you have no problem?
Dude, I had a hotel booked.
Really?
He did.
You did.
I did.
You did.
Yeah, because my girlfriend works for the Marriott, so we get sick deals.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
All right.
Today's podcast sponsored by Marriott Hotel.
Yeah. No free ads. Jeez. All right, boys. We'll talk again next week.
Yeah.
It's been a blast. Go Dolphins.
Go Jays.
Go Jays.
Go Jays.